Good morning, everyone. I'm Evan Narani here with your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. We start off Tuesday with a continuation of Monday. Dry skies, sunny conditions, temperatures mostly in the upper 60s and low 70s by the afternoon, though we do start off the morning with some pretty chilly temperatures. So keep this in mind that starting off the day, we're mostly in the 40s and 50s. Warmer, albeit, compared to Monday. That's because of that dry offshore breeze. That's warm, dry air coming over the mountaintops. Temperatures by the afternoon are going to rest a few degrees shy of where they did on Monday. That offshore flow is not quite as gusty, you could say. And then as we head toward tonight, we'll start to shift things from our direction, that is easterly flow, to a westerly flow. That's going to allow for onshore flow to resume, cool, more humid air along the coast, pushing toward the coast, and that's going to cool us down. Also set the stage for this, which is wet weather on the way. Here's that trough of low pressure sinking down towards us. Decent totals coming our way. It just kind of makes a little bit of a swooping motion across the southwestern corner of the U.S. And that's what's going to give us our best opportunity for wet weather. So that's what we're focused in on, and we want to show you that rain really hour by hour. So you saw the general motion, right? Trough of low pressure sinks down along the west coast, moves off to the east. Wednesday and Thursday are our days for rain here. So today, Tuesday, we are dry all throughout the day. Sunshine on hand, temperatures really comfortable. We notice a dramatic drop in temperatures for Wednesday, and then again Wednesday into Thursday, where it will allow for snow over the mountaintops. We'll start off at 10:25 here on Wednesday. Notice Oceanside and everywhere north of Oceanside through Orange County going to start to pick up on that rain, Fallbrook included. This is going to keep moving south with a pretty decent initial wave, right? That's pretty uniform, and then it will slowly break apart after the noon hour. So about 2-3 p.m. we can see it out of our hair. By the evening, sunset or so, we're back to dry skies across the county. It's going to be a brief, very brief stretch of that dry weather, also with the threat of some showers right up around North County. And then we'll see that next wave comes on shore going into the overnight stretch. Here's 2 a.m. Snow level starts to plummet from 6,500 feet on Wednesday to just about 3,500 on Thursday. So that's where that transition from Wednesday to Thursday is really going to start to incorporate a lot more snow over the mountaintops. Most will see rain to start on Wednesday and see that turnover to snow by Thursday. Julian's right on the cusp of that 3,500 feet. Here's the next band of decent showers coming to North County, and then we'll see down to the downtown area through the South Bay, more rain is moving in. This is 5:40 a.m. Remember, Thursday is opening day for the San Diego Padres, and downtown San Diego is going to be busy. So what will things look like as that first pitch approaches? Well, it's going to be at 1:10. Here's 1:30. You see how we're still working through some of those scattered showers. Not much of an impact, but still the threat of a few lingering showers going through your Thursday. We're not ruling out that threat of wet weather, but we do see that most of it should take place Wednesday and then again early Thursday before tapering off through Thursday afternoon. You can, however, despite the wet weather, almost guarantee you overcast skies, temperatures in the 50s, and a cool breeze, about 12 miles per hour. So it's going to be breezy out there, and you're going to need that jacket, not just because of that small threat of scattered showers, but also because of those cold temperatures. We run this all the way through 7:40 p.m. We're back to dry skies that will smooth sail into the weekend. Friday through Sunday, we're back to dry weather, so we can at least celebrate that. Let's talk about accumulations. Between now and the end of your Thursday, so really the entirety of your Wednesday, we're expecting 1/4 of an inch up to 1/2 an inch at the highest. That's Palomar Mountain. Most spots are going to see about 1/4 of an inch to 3/10 of an inch, which isn't all that incredible, especially when you stack it up against the last 12 atmospheric rivers that have come our way. It doesn't qualify as all that notable. But when you add on Thursday's scattered showers, most models push us into about 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch total. That's about where those forecast models lie. They are still in disagreement. We're still 48 hours out from this wet weather event, especially Thursday is what we're kind of laser focused on because of the thousands and thousands of people around downtown. However, Wednesday still holds a decent impact. So we're watching both of these, Wednesday and Thursday, and these are your cumulative numbers for both days combined. Here is what we can give you as far as your Padres versus Rockies forecast. Petco Park first pitch, 1:10 p.m. You're going to see temperatures just around the mid-50s at 56 degrees, cold and breezy with a few showers. So pack the jacket, likely with a hood, I'd say, if you want to favor the chance of a few showers. And remember that going out in the t-shirt, although it is springtime, maybe not the best bet. Let's take a look at your afternoon highs. Today you can get out with the t-shirt. It's just Tuesday, sunshine, warmth out there. And then we drop by 10 and 15 degrees into tomorrow afternoon and Thursday. So enjoy for Tuesday, your 60s on hand. We may even make it to the low 70s, 71 for El Cajon, 68 for Ramona, 66 for Carlsbad. Downtown San Diego has a high today of 66 degrees. Yesterday we made it to 70, and yesterday when we hit 70 degrees, it was only the second day of the month of March where we saw our afternoon high temperatures above average. Also the only second day of the month that we saw temperatures 70 degrees or higher. So it's been a cold March. It will continue to be a cold rest of the month. Today is still going to hold on to some of that warmth. We only drop by maybe a couple degrees, 3 or 4 degrees, but we at least hold on to the sunshine. Rain is back Wednesday and Thursday. Again, not in abundance, but in more of a scattered format. And we'll hold on to the cloud cover and the cooler temperatures through Thursday. By late Thursday into Friday, we start to head back toward normal temperatures. I hesitate to say normal because we're still going to stay on the cooler side of it into early next week. We've got another trough of low pressure. You might remember from that big picture map, we saw not one but 2 troughs sinking in. Second doesn't look all that impactful, may allow for a few scattered showers into Monday. Otherwise, though, you'll notice that those temperatures are still going to be in the very low 60s. Average for this time of year is 68 degrees, so we will not get there, except for today we'll get near it inland. Across the mountains and deserts, pretty similar scene out there. Rain that turns over to snow. Right now we're expecting 6 or so inches, 4 to 6 inches up at Palomar Mountain, about 1 to 2 inches at Mount Laguna, and then Julian is going to be anyone's guess. They're always, a bit of a wild card out there. Keep track of it. If you see photos, you can send them to us. If you take them yourself, especially CBS8 app, you can just click on the Near Me feature and submit them to us. We love to use those on the air. You guys are our eyes and ears as to what's going on across our county. So this is right now what we're expecting. Wednesday, Thursday, rain, mountain snow, wind, cooler temperatures before we start to dry out. Remember, these models can absolutely change, so stick with us. Tomorrow we'll have a much more concise and confident forecast, I guess I'll say, as to how this wet weather is going to appear, especially if you are one of many who's going to be out and about for Thursday. Remember, you can get more on the forecast. It's on our website, cbs8.com/weather. We appreciate you being with us here for an extended forecast. Have a wonderful Tuesday.